So in this second video, we're going to talk about addition and subtraction of polynomials. Okay, first of all, there are two key concepts that I would like to talk about before we jump into addition and subtraction of polynomials, because I consider them to be important to understand better, like how addition and subtraction in these specific problems work. Okay, so first is distributive property, which is when you have a number or variable being multiplied by a polynomial. So in this case we have 2 being multiplied by 5 plus 3 minus 8. Okay, so as you can see, the 2 is being distributed and multiplied by each one of the numbers. So now we have 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times negative 8, and then we have our final answer, which is 10 plus 6 minus 18, and that will be very useful when solving these type of exercises. Okay, and the second one is a commutative property of addition and associative property of addition, and this concept is in simple terms called like terms. Okay, and this is basically finding the monomials that have the same variable and coefficient, and basically grouping them in order to add them. Okay, so in this case we have 3x to the second power plus 5x being added to 2x to the second power plus 7x. So as you can see, we grouped 3x to the second power and 2x to the second power because they both have the same variable and coefficient. And in the other one we grouped 5x and 7x because they both have the same variable, which is x, and coefficient, which is 1 in this case. And after adding them up, we will get 5x to the second power plus 12x. An important thing to keep in mind when you're adding polynomials, after you do like terms, the only thing you must add are the coefficients. The variables and the exponents stay exactly the same, but the coefficients are the ones being added. Okay, that's very important to keep in mind. Okay, addition of polynomials is just like a regular addition, but using both distributive property and like terms. So there are a couple of things that you have to explain, but it in general is the same concept as a regular addition. Okay, so there are two main methods to find the sum of polynomials, which are horizontal, which is adding in a horizontal format, and it is in my opinion the quickest method if you get the hang of it. But I would recommend starting with the vertical method, which is adding in a vertical format, and it's the most organized method. This method is similar to the way addition is taught during elementary school in vertical format. So it's very organized and easy to understand, but it takes a bit more time. So after you get the hang of it and you understand better how it works, you should definitely try a horizontal format. Okay, so now we are going to try 2 exercises that one of them is in horizontal and one of them is in vertical. Okay, so first of all we're going to do the vertical exercise. Okay, so it says 8x to the second power plus 3x minus 5 is being added to 2x to the second power minus x plus 9. So now we are going to organize this in a vertical way. What we want to do is that we want the like terms to be on top of each other. Okay, so this is so this is plus 3x minus 5, and this is minus x plus 9. Okay, so now that we have done that, now what we're going to do is that we are gonna add these two, okay? And we're gonna add them just as they teach in private school. We're going to do it in a vertical format, okay? So now we're going to add negative 5 plus 9 is equal to 4, and 3x minus x is equal to, or 3x minus 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, okay? Remember that it's very important to keep that. So 2, and the final one is 8 plus 2, so it's 10x to the second power, okay? Now for the horizontal method exercise, now we have 12x to the third power plus 5x to the second power plus 3x being added to 5x to the second power plus 4x minus 7, okay? So we are going to begin by finding our like terms, okay? So we have over here we see our value, our variable, that is x, and our exponent, that is 3, and I'm gonna underline it by using yellow, and there are no others, so we are just gonna write it inside this parenthesis, 12x to the third power, okay? Now what we're going to do is that with another color we're going to find the ones that have a variable of x and a exponent of 2. So this one has it and this one also has it. So now we're going to say plus 5x to the second power plus 5x to the second power. Okay, now we're going to do the third one. We're going to use this blue to find the x's, okay? So here and here, and now we add them, right? So, and now we add them, so it's 3x minus 4x. Okay, so we have 3x minus 4x. Okay, so we have 3x minus 4x, and finally we have this 7 over here, and since there are no others that have the same variable or exponent, we just add it to the end, so plus 7. Okay, now we have our new equation, which is 12x to the third power plus 5x to the second power plus 5x to the second power being added to 3x minus 4x being added to 7. Okay, now that we have this, what we're going to do is that we're going to add the like terms. Okay, so 12x to the second power isn't being added, so 12x to the third power isn't being added, so we just leave it like that. And now 5x to the second power plus 5x to the second power, 5 plus 5 is 10x to the second power plus no wait, so okay, now we have 3 minus 4, okay, 3x minus 4x is equal to 1x, oh no, negative x, so minus x, and finally plus 7, and that will be our final answer. So as you can see, addition, once you kind of like find the like terms, it's pretty easy. You just have to add it up, and addition of polynomials is overall a very easy thing to do and get the hang of, and so you just need a little practice to be able to become better. Okay, and now we're going to talk about subtraction of polynomials. Okay, so now to finish this video, we're going to talk about subtraction of polynomials. Okay, so subtracting polynomials is very simple. So the only thing you have to do is convert the second polynomial to its opposite, so positive turns to negative and vice versa, and then you solve exactly the same as addition. Okay, so now we are going to solve this exercise in using vertical method. Okay, so it says 3x to the second power minus 2x plus 11 is being subtracted to 9x to the third power minus 8x plus 2. Okay, now we have to rewrite this operation So now, so we can get an addition. Okay, so with the first one we leave it exactly the same. So it says 3x to the second power minus 2x plus 11, and now we turn into plus. You get that? So this turns into negative 9x to the third power plus 8x minus 2. So you have to be very careful in this part, because this is where a lot of people get confused and make mistakes. So if you're not careful, you can mess the exercise up. Okay, so you have to be kind of careful in this part. Okay, now that we have this, now we can organize them through like terms. Okay, so now we have 3x to the second power minus 2x plus 11, and now we have negative 2 and 8x, and we also have negative 9x to the third power. Remember, we have to leave this space blank. You can also add a plus 0 over here, but it's not necessary. You can just like leave it blank and it kind of won't matter. Okay, so that's not a big deal if you kind of like don't add it. Okay, just remember to keep the placeholder right there. Okay, now as we said before, we just have to add. Okay, so 11 minus 2 is equal to 9. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6x, and 3x to the second power and negative 9x to the third power. And that would be our final answer for this exercise. So 3x to the second power minus 2x plus 11 being subtracted to 9x to the third power minus 8x plus 2 is equal to negative 9x to the third power plus 3x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, so this was an example of a very easy exercise and a very good way to understand how subtraction of polynomials work. And that would be it for this video. I hope you understood it, and now you can go and check out the next video that is uploaded, which is going to talk about multiplication of polynomials. The next videos that will talk about multiplication of polynomials. And now I'm going to show you some exercises that you can practice with to practice addition and subtraction of polynomials. Okay, so finally I came up with these 6 exercises that basically cover everything for today's lesson. And also I would recommend checking out these pages if you want to practice even more. The first one, page 494 from 15 to 32, is about adding both in vertical and horizontal ways, and page 495 is based on subtracting polynomials. So it's basically just a quick review, and yeah, if you want you can check out now the next video, which will be about multiplication of polynomials.